Now, why am I going into this? Well, guess what, brothers and sisters? It was really meant from the beginning that all nations serve the living God. It wasn't just Shem family who went through the ark. Okay? Noah had Ham, Shem, and Japheth, the three families that would reprocreate the earth on this side of the flood. It was meant for them to serve the living God. Right? But all in all, you would have king and priest over them. The king and priest would be through the lines of Shem that would establish the government that all nations would flow into. That was the original plan of this earth after the flood, where not just Shem's family would follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of God, but all the other nations also. Commandments of God, but all the other nations also. Commandments of God, but all the other nations also. Commandments of God, but all the other nations also. Commandments of God, but all the other nations also. Commandments of God, but all the other nations also. Commandments of God, but all the other nations also. Commandments of God, but all the other nations also. Commandments of God, but all the other nations also. Commandments of God, but all the other nations also. Commandments of God, but all the other nations also. Commandments of God. If that's the case, the Most High would not have had Ham and Japheth on the earth. Right? But all in all, you would have king and priest over them. The king and priest would be through the lines of Shem that would establish the government that all nations would flow into. That was the original plan of this earth after the flood, where not just Shem's family would follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of God, but all the other nations also. If that's the case, the Most High would not have had Ham and Japheth on the ark. Let me read these 7 laws of Noah that was given, that you can read in the book of Jubilees on your own time. I'm going to touch on Jubilees today. It's going to all come together. All right? The first law was, do not deny the Most High. Right? That means one God, no idolatry. Right? Do not blaspheme God. That means have only one God and don't put anything up instead of him. All this links to Exodus 20. The third was, do not murder. The fourth was, do not engage in illicit sexual relations. That's what? Unlawful sexual behavior outside of marriage. Period. Anything on the outside of the union of a man and woman, bringing two families together, two flesh becoming one, is sin. Period. Now the Bible says that marriage is honorable and the bed is undefiled. That's if the marriage, man and woman, is together according to the union given from the beginning through who? The Most High, through Adam and Eve. Period. So if anyone asks me well, can I do this or can I do that, or what is this and what is that? It's plain and simple. Okay? The bottom line is this. Man and woman together in a union, both families agree in the union. The woman given to the man by the father is marriage. Everything else is evil. Cut and dry. The Most High is not the author of confusion. Period. Thou shalt not engage in illicit sexual relations. And I don't have to put on the table homosexuality, okay? That's utterly ridiculous. Okay? Do not steal was the 5th law. Do not eat from a live animal, which is the blood from an animal, like it's in our law. You're not supposed to be eating rare food because what? The soul is in the blood. 7. Establish courts and legal systems to ensure obedience to said laws. So all the governments of Ham, Shem, and Japheth were to do the 6 laws, and the 7th law was to have a court system that would enforce all of the laws from the God of Noah. Those were the original 7 laws to show you there was a law before Moses. Right? Now, why am I going here? Well, I'm going here because something happened that parallels what's going on in the earth today concerning addictions. Right? We went into a lesson a few weeks ago. Going into the lesson was, well, it was a month ago, about tracing the serpent seed. About 2 months ago, called Tracing the Serpent Seed, in which we were showing the parallel of what's going on in this earth today and paralleling what happened before the flood. A lot of us think that we are in some new technology today, when really we're catching up to what was before the flood. You name it, the technology was there before the flood. Okay? Now, when you all know the story, when the sons of God came and dealt with the daughters of men and seen that they were fair and had children with them, and they were giants in those days, the Nephilim.
Giants are found in the myths and legends of many different cultures. Their appearance rarely differs much from an ordinary human. For example, the Cyclops in the Odyssey, written by Homer, besides being a giant, was generally human-looking, except for that one big eye in the center of his forehead. The Bible mentions in passing a divine origin for ancient giants, and in Scandinavian legends, giants actually confront the gods. Quote, "At that time there were giants on the earth, since the sons of God began to enter the daughters of men, and began to give birth to them. They are strong, anciently glorious people." End quote. Why did people on different continents and in such disparate civilizations have such similar stories about giants? Is it possible that these are remnants of memories of certain ancient civilizations? A medieval Danish historian, wonderfully named Saxo Grammaticus, assumed that the giants really existed, else how to explain the giant-sized buildings and structures of antiquity? Many written sources of those years do speak of such things. For example, in the Old English poem Seafarer, a tale is told of enormous stone walls supposedly built by giants. There is also mention of giant beings in a number of historical documents. Josephus Flavius, a Roman historian, transcribed the testimonies of eyewitnesses who saw live giants themselves. These observers reported that the giants' faces were different from ordinary human faces, and that the towering creatures possessed thundering voices. A number of 13-foot-tall skeletons, that's 4 meters for you metric aficionados, were excavated in the Caucasus Mountains during the 20th century. The presence of such a large number of skeletal remains allowed scientists to assume that the giants moved here in search of salvation after some global catastrophe. Here they found their final shelter and resting place. In one very old book entitled History and Antiquity, now stored at the Oxford University Library, there is an account of the discovery in the Middle Ages of a giant skeleton in Cumberland. Quote, "The giant is buried in the ground at a depth of 4 yards and is in full military garb. His sword and battle axe are resting next to him. The length of the skeleton is 4.5 yards, and the teeth of the big man are measured at 6.5 inches long and 2 broad. End quote. Adding to the evidence verifying the existence of giants are numerous gigantic fossilized footprints. For example, an imprint of a human foot 80 centimeters or 2.5 feet in length has been unearthed in Tanzania. Similar footprints of a slightly smaller size, about 50 centimeters or 1.5 feet, were found in the Nevada desert. A series of handprints was found next to traces of dinosaurs near a village in Turkmenistan. The height of the giant that left them is estimated at about 5 meters, almost 16.5 feet. A human tooth 5 times larger than an ordinary man's tooth was found in Hong Kong in 1935. A 60 centimeter or 2 foot high human skull with 2 rows of teeth was found in Alaska in 1950. And a 50-foot long petrified human skeleton, that's 15 meters folks, was found in Mongolia in 1999. This is the famous Baalbek Terrace located in Lebanon near Beirut. 3 huge stone slabs, each weighing about 800 tons, are embedded in its base. The plates are identical and fit together so seamlessly that one cannot even insert the blade of a knife between them. Researchers calculated that to install just one such stone block, 21 meters wide and 54 meters long, would require the simultaneous effort of at least 35,000 people. Who, how, and why did they do it? Handwritten Arabic treatises say that the structure was built as a temple of Jupiter and that the giant beings built it on the orders of King Nimrod just after the flood. The ancient city of Teotihuacan, the City of Gods, is located 31 miles from Mexico City and is an entire complex of huge stone blocks. According to the most common historical version of events, the city was built by giants to turn people into gods. Its layout resembles a model of the solar system. From the central temple, which embodies the sun, at appropriate distances are the planet temples. Regarding objects that giants might have built, scholars also include the Egyptian Sphinx, the English Stonehenge, the stone figures of Easter Island, and the Tibetan City of the Gods. Not only are these structures themselves amazing, but also their geometrical connection with each other. For example, a line drawn from the Tibetan City of Gods to the Egyptian Sphinx, if continued, leads directly to Easter Island. And another line from the City of Gods through the Mexican pyramids also goes to Easter Island. These 2 lines delineate 1/4 of the Earth's surface, and a line drawn from the City of the Gods to Stonehenge divides this quarter exactly in half. According to some well-known anthropologists, the Asuras, inhabitants of the legendary continent of Lemuria, reached a height of 50 meters or 160 feet.
Well, those Nephilim spirits were what you would call mutant spirits outside of the normal form of creation that was intended. So there was no place for these spirits. The Most High didn't have a place for them because they were made from the fallen ones. So they would stay in the earth. Once they die, their spirits wouldn't go into Hades immediately. They would stay on the earth and roam the earth and attack those who are open to lust and sin. See? Demons. Why do they go into people? Because they can relate to your actions. Because if you were like they were, that's an entry for them to go into you. Right? Before the flood, you had hermaphrodites. You had homosexuality. This was all the children of Satan, the children of the devil doing these things. So when we are urged to do these things, these spirits find refuge. They can relate to you. That's why they're called, to some degree, a familiar spirit. They're familiar with what they did before the flood. So when you do it or you're urged to do it, you become a host for them. So what? It behooves them on their side to cause lust and promote addiction and lust of the flesh so that they'll have homes. Hence, demon possession. Now, the Christian church will never teach you this. You need to know the origin of spirits, because that's the real battle we're in. The battle is between the children of the Most High God and the children of the serpent and the children of the devil. Our ignorance, the ignorance concerning this key component in spiritual warfare is really what's having our people on a large scale. This is why we're losing this war, this spiritual war, not understanding how these things work. So, let me go into the book of Jubilees real quick. Now, for those who don't understand the book of Jubilees or may question its validity, let's go to 2nd Esdras real quick. Second Esdras 14. You there? Mm-hmm. All right, let's go here. Yeah, let's start at the first verse.
2nd Esdras chapter 14 and verse 1.
Now, the book of Jubilees, brothers and sisters, is a book given to Moses to break down the times according to Sabbaths. He showed Moses the beginning of all things and the end of all things at the mount. So on top of the canonized information we receive in the Torah from Moses, the Most High gave Moses more than just the Torah. He gave him the secrets of the times. Why? Because the enemy, once Israel fell, would begin to do what? They would think to change times and laws. Well, he gave Moses the secrets of the times to put us back on track, to have us get right back on track, regardless of what the enemy would do during our, times of darkness. Right? Esdras spoke of this information. Read.
And it came to pass upon the 3rd day, I sat under an oak, and behold, there came a voice out of a bush over against me, and said, Esdras, Esdras. And I said, Here am I.
Here am I. Go on.
And I stood upon my feet. Then said he unto me, In the bush I did manifestly reveal myself unto Moses.
In the bush I did what?
Manifestly reveal myself unto Moses.
I manifestly revealed myself to Moses. I am that I am. Okay? The Most High is I am, all existing. Okay? Satan is he is. He will be like the Most High. Okay? The Most High is I am, all existent, real time. Okay? Come on.
And talked with him when my people served in Egypt.
I am that I am. Real time. Okay? Come on.
And talked with him when my people served in Egypt.
Come on.
And I sent him and led my people out of Egypt, and brought him up to the mount of Sinai.
Yes.
Where I held him by me a long season, and told him many wondrous things, and showed him the secrets of the times.
And showed him the secrets of the times. Now, Ezra is the same Ezra in the Bible who was shown certain information. Right? So you can't read about the secrets of the times in the Torah. To let you know that we need the Torah for the law, but there's other information that Moses was given that's pertinent and important for these end time prophecies. See? He also showed Moses what? The secrets of the times. The revealing of the coming of the Son of Man. was shown to Moses. Come on.
And the end.
And the end. You can't find none of that in the books of Moses. So why didn't the Christian church give you that information? Now, mind you, Oxford University has it. Now, the Bible stands on its own. Let's make it clear. But all in all, they only produced information to the masses that they could control through theology. Their theology. Now, the books of the Bible are, great. The Bible is the word of the Most High, the King James Version. Any other Bible you can burn, because the King James Version closely correlates to what? The Hebrew and the Greek, the original translations. So the Bible is good, intact, like it is. But the problem is the Roman deceivers, the Jesuits, who came with their own theology on how you view the book. See, but with this other information that the Most High have given us, that our forefathers had in the past, it destroys that theology. Because it fills in the blanks so that you don't have to. And it won't allow them to do it either. See that? It fills in the blanks. Right? So we all know that according to Ezra, that the secrets of the times and the end, which is the coming of Christ, was shown to Moses at the Mount. He wasn't just there 40 days and 40 nights having the law inscribed to him. 10 laws. Okay? That 10 laws could have been in a couple of minutes. Okay? It wasn't just 10 commandments. Right? When I say it wasn't just 10 commandments, those weren't the only things given to Moses on the Mount. Okay?
Let me read it.
Go ahead.
And commanded him, saying,
He told Moses what?
verse 6, these words shalt thou declare.
I'm going to give you some information to declare to the children of Israel. This is what you give them. Read.
And these shalt thou hide.
And other information you keep strictly for you and the elders. So the commandments were given to Israel, but the secrets of the times stayed amongst the elders under Moses. See? Read.
Verse 7.
Come on.
And now I say unto thee, that thou lay up in thy heart the signs that I have showed, and the dreams that thou hast seen.
Because he also showed it to Ezra, the prophet Ezra, a half a century before Christ was born. This information that was given to Moses was also shown to Ezra. Right? So I just wanted to go there to show you the secrets of the times, which is the book of Jubilees. The breakdown of times and jubilees and prophecies, brothers and sisters, is written of in Scripture. So let's go there to show you the origin of all addictions, diseases, attacks. Let's go there real quick. Let's go to the book of Jubilees real quick. I have it in the Pseudepigrapha over here, but Mark has his book here, the book of Jubilees. You can get it. And make sure if you're going to order this particular book, you get the one translated directly from R.H. Charles. And the reason why you do that, you go to his translation, is because he didn't bring in his own words. Okay? He was paid to just translate the scrolls that were found. Any commentary of R.H. Charles is done separately from the script itself. Okay? So if you're going to get the book of Jubilees, the secrets of the times, okay, Make sure you get the R.H. Charles translation. Right? Now let's go right before the flood real quick.
10 and 1?
Yes.
The book of Jubilees, chapter 10 and verse 1.
Yes.
And in the 3rd week of this Jubilee, the unclean demons began to lead astray the children of the sons of Noah.
Hold up. The unclean spirits began to lead astray the what?
The children of the sons of Noah.
So right after the water subsided, a certain amount of jubilees passed, and when the waters receded, what happens? The demons and the spirits of the Nephilim, which are demons, came out of the caves. They was hiding in dry places, in air pockets in the earth. So they began to come out of these caverns and these areas, aimed towards deceiving what? The children of Noah. And it says led astray. You can't be led astray unless you know the right way. So that's telling us there that Ham, Shem, and Japheth, all three, knew the right way under Noah, or they would not have made it on that ark. They knew the right way. And they began to be led astray. And I'm putting this out there because why? We as children of Melchizedek, which is Christ, who's now king and priest, and the church is his seed. We as the children of Israel now are in place of Shem now. And the same way our father Noah led the children righteously into that safety, we must also lead the world. That's including all nations that are under the vibration and influence of spirits. Because at one time, all of the nations, their fathers, were together on the ark, protected by the same God. This was before there was any such people as Israel. Let me show you here. So the demons came out, the children of Nephilim. Now it tell you that before the flood in Enoch, it lets us know that these spirits were the children that came from the sin of the fallen ones. And because there was no place for them, they would stay within the earth, within the firmament, attacking and do battle. And they would go into the children of men.
Smile pretty, big prick.
Right? But the only reason they're going to the children of men is men choose to open the door for them through sin and lust. And that's why the Most High gave Noah those laws to protect his children. Right? It also shows us in Jubilees that one of the sons of Shem found a stone. Okay? Found one of the stones left by the fallen ones and began to learn the magic in it. Ham began to go off. And that's why when you read in the book of Genesis, where Ham looked on his father's nakedness, he was already turned to sin by the fallen ones. See? So these spirits, they do what? They sit back, brothers and sisters. They're in the invisible. And they watch us. Okay? They watch us. They're very patient. Believe it, they've been here from the beginning. They have nothing but time. They sit back and watch us and wait for us to open the door. And the only way they can stay if you are addicted to them. Okay? They must plant a root in you that desires them, which is the spirit of addiction. And their thoughts will become one with you. When you get used to them, you would start believing it's you. Well, that's just the way I am. They love it when you're like that. Because as long as you are relating their actions with you, you have no desire to rid yourself of them. It happened before the flood. And I think matter of fact, one of our greatest faults is we don't want to admit when we have faults. We try to cover our faults. When that's the only way to begin to get rid of them. Confess your faults one to another. You have to know that what's in you is not from the Most High, and separate the good part of you, the Son of the Most High, from this other thing that's dragging you down. Because it's hideous, it's evil, it's ugly. And a lot of us try to relate ourselves to it by excusing it off and saying, well, that's just the way I am. You must accept me the way I am. No, I'll accept you. But I'm not going to accept that thing in you. Okay? Stop making an excuse for the demon. Because that's what you're really protecting. They're very slick, brothers and sisters. These spirits has had thousands of years to cultivate their deception.
Detective John Hobbs wants to uncover the truth.
What does Azazel mean? Now, my dictionary says that evil spirit of the wilderness.
Walk away, Mr. Hobbs.
But nothing in this world
Is on my side.
can help him solve this case.
There are angels. Some of these angels were cast down, and a few of the fallen were punished by being deprived of form.
Come on, get out of here.
Execution, did he try and touch you?
Yeah, he did, actually.
Passes the soul of a killer into someone new.
Well, I believe what I see, and I'm still trying to get my mind around what I just saw.
Some things, pal, you shouldn't know.
I know you, Hobbs. Put the gun down. I know who you are. Put the gun down!
Is on my side. Hey, pal.
Hey! Hey! Hey, you! Ina yatin na di manuat!
Syrian Aramaic. How clever.
Jesus.
Honey, is there something?
True what I said, though. I do know who you are. Azazel.
Where'd you get that? From Milano's place? You found something up there. Well, some things, pal, you shouldn't know.
Like what? Like what?
And if you know, you should never ever tell.
Beware my wrath.
Only through Christ we could recognize their existence and how much of an enemy they are to us. I need you to really focus on what we're showing you here. We're talking about spiritual warfare on the greatest level. Because when we apply this, you have the opportunity to help save yourself. See? We can talk about the enemies that are without. But we as a people need to more so focus on the enemy within. The addictions. The insatiable appetites that are out there. Why do you think they spend so much money for consumerism? To have you want and desire everything. This is how these spirits take hold of us, with the lust of our eyes, through our senses. Let's go there real quick in Jubilees. Come on.
The end of Jubilees 10:1. And to make error and destroy them.
And to make error and destroy them. So they come in so that you can begin to what? To make mistakes. To make error. See? But the ultimate goal for them is for you to get destroyed altogether, because that's their judgment. So they're looking to take as many with them as possible. These spirits. Right? Mm-hmm. Come on.
Verse 2. And the sons of Noah came to Noah their father, and they told him concerning the demons which were leading astray and blinding and slaying his sons' sons.
So they were doing what?
Blinding and slaying.
See that? So what were these spirits teaching? Envy, variances, to make it where war would begin and we would murder against the law. See? Think about it, brothers and sisters. They would come in to bring variances, so that now the same brothers who made it through the flood will their children will begin to battle against each other. Right? And they'll cultivate the whole action, the whole scenario. And then the spirits will sit back and look at their work and examine their work. Lying, cheating, deceiving. Right? It started somewhere. It started from them. But what happens? Someone lies, someone cheat, and through that, they get over on someone and they began to increase. And they start believing, you know what? Hey, this is good. I'm rising above everyone else because I know something they don't know.
Art form known as magic has long been exercised and revered by various secret societies and ancient schools of the mystery religions, and it is still in use to this very day. To the true practitioners of this craft, the embodiment of magic is in fact very real, and is very different from the conventional and commercial sleight of hand and stage magic that we are all used to seeing today. To the bona fide magician, magic is defined as a science and an art that causes change to occur in conformity with their will, meaning the sorcerer can in essence transform reality to his or her liking, usually in accordance with the laws of the universe. But many magicians, specifically those who belong to secret societies such as the Illuminati or the Golden Dawn, often seek to break these very laws of the universe by calling on demons and other diabolical entities to assist them in this devious art form known as black magic.
I'll help some. Oh my God.
Desmond came to me when I was about 6 years old. I had a chalkboard where he would write, "I am Desmond." And this kept happening until one day I just said, "Hello, Desmond." And it stopped. and then other things started to happen. Working with a spirit energy comes with challenges because there's
They usually come in as an work. Like, look what all you... Right? I'm cheating them. But they don't know I'm cheating them. Somebody find out they're being cheated. Like, look what all you have. Then they confront you. Now, murder, battle, and all that. Well, this is mine. Well, no, this is mine. And the spirits are sitting back like this. Look at my work. Now, they didn't just start there with thoughts. Right? Because that's how it comes in. It usually come in as an error or a thought. Right? It's not just that. Check this out. Read it.
Leading astray and blinding and slaying his son's son.
Come on.
Verse 3. And he prayed before the Lord his power and said, Most high of the spirits of all flesh, who has shown mercy unto me, and has saved me and my sons from the waters of the flood, and has not caused me to perish as thou didst the sons of perdition. For thy grace hath been great towards me, and great have been thy mercy to my soul. Let thy grace be lift up upon my sons, and let not wicked spirits rule over them.
So he prayed for his sons. Let not wicked spirits what?
Rule over them.
Rule over them. So check this out.
Lest.
Now hold up now. When you yield yourself to them, these spirits become your ruler. You're now under a different guide. You're being guided by a different spirit. They become the rule over you. You think it's you. You think you're making your own decisions. No, they're guiding you. Slowly but surely, they're guiding you away from the Most High. They're very patient. Even if it takes them 10 years to do it, they'll do it. 50 years, they'll do it. See? And I'm saying that because I see so many people out there saying, well, listen, I want to do right, but I'm just not ready yet. There's some things that, I know that's in me that I'm not ready yet.
I gotta get out.
Yeah. Hey, who? You think that's you speaking? Because you want to be saved right now. You want to be right now. No, that spirit is saying, well, listen, spend some more time with me. Okay? I need your body. So stop making these decisions of ridding me so that I can finish utilizing you. That's what the spirit is saying. So you think that's you saying, well, listen, I know I got so much sin in me, the things I want to do, I want to be right, but I'm not ready yet. That's the demon speaking. Because you are ready right now. Because if you realize what the end is and what the judgment is, you would come to a conclusion that you're ready right now. It's not even a question of what choice you would make if you understood the end of your actions. Come on.
Lest they should destroy them from the earth.
See, their whole objective, these spirits, are to get rid of you. So that you can die the second death.
Alright. They are Orgasm 144 on YouTube. Christ's real name is Yashaya, and he is dark skin hair, and he's the son of the Savior. Yashaya means Savior in Hebrew. And the Bible says this. Christ, the Most High will name the Father. I am Yashaya, given to Moses in Exodus. Follow His commandments, get baptized. These people are Orgasm 144 on YouTube. They follow the Bible through facts and history, not through Christianity, which is Christians don't follow the Bible. Everything they do is not in the Bible. It's all Babylonian. Jewish people are Romans from Esau. They ain't the people. All your governments, holidays, religions are satanic and pagan under Satan. So wake up, follow the Bible. The Bible is truth. All the events happened. It's all real. Sodom, Gomorrah, Egypt, all that shit that happened in real life. So John's real. Fallen angels real. There is no aliens. It's fallen angels. Wake up. Don't trust your government. Don't trust the healthcare system. Follow all the commandments. Get baptized. Christ's real name is Yashaya, and he is dark skin with hair. And the Most High real name is Yashaya, the Father. Israel is one of the slaves of the American beast on the Deuteronomy 20:68. So those Romans, Jewish people are Romans from Esau. They ain't the people, bro. So they are not the people. Read the Bible. Read the Bible. Read the Bible.